Who is Gregory Scott Owens?
He's my dad.
Greg Owens, my brother-in-law.
My dad and also my best friend.
Greg is my dad.
My Deep Space Five brethren, my fellow MC. You are now 5 decades in on this planet.
Greg, aka Manchild.
Greg is my dad.
Father of 6 of the grandkids and grandfather of our beautiful great-granddaughter.
You're a brother, you're an artist, a dear friend.
Greg Manchild Owens is my dad, gym buddy, idol, best friend, etc.
Friend and partner for music for probably 15 years.
Manchild the artist and Manchild the leader.
Greg is my brother-in-law. Greg and I met when I was a senior in high school, which makes him a super special person in my life because there's not that many people that I still know that I keep up with from being a senior in high school.
He is my dad. He's my best friend. He is my couch buddy.
One of my best friends in the world, my dangle brother.
You are everything to me. You are my dearest friend. You are my husband, the love of my life. You are the person that I trust the most. You are the person that I depend on the most. You are everything to me.
Greg is patient and kind. Greg is sight for the blind. Greg was born before the morning. Through God's love, Greg's transforming your mind. Love is God's body and blood, bread and wine. Remember the time. Love is God divine, crucified and wrapped by man-child for mankind.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg, it's Mom.
This is Mom and Dad, buddy. And let me say this right off the bat, is that your mom and I are not near old enough to have 2 sons 50 years old. So you got to cut this out. This getting older business. You got to cut it out. Libby said she wanted one word description of you and our family. Your mom and I agreed we'd have to call you baby because you are the last in the family. You're a big guy to be called baby.
The most obvious and the most descriptive is leader. You're a leader of your family. You're a leader of your crew. You're a leader of your colleagues. You're a leader of your friends, and you specifically led by example in my life, and I'm eternally grateful.
Unflappable. He always takes the best of a situation and makes it a good one.
One word that I'd use to describe him is compassionate.
And there's 0 chance that I could use one word to describe him because as I thought about it, I thought, he's so good. And that's always the word that I use, but it doesn't even seem like it's a big enough word for what he really is. You are hilarious. You are kind. You are considerate. You are fun. You're funny. You're all the good words.
Oh, just amazing. Like, he is a rapper and he does so much to make sure that us as a family are just so okay and like just have what we need. And I think that he's an amazing dad and husband and son and grandpa. I feel like I can go to him for anything, and he's talked me and helped me through a lot, and like in the past year or two he's just been there for me in a lot of different ways, and I'm really happy to have him in my life.
One of the most nicest and solid dudes I know.
Incredibly compassionate in the way that he conducts himself, in the way that he treats other people. He never deals with any situation without thinking about how somebody else is going to feel, and I look up to him a lot because of that.
A word that describes you, and I tell people this all the time, but I think I learned faithfulness from you, like pretty consistently. And what I mean by that is you had this unshakable way about just telling people about us, meaning Marzil, and also with your faith. But just sharing our music.
Loving. And that can be perceived as a very basic word, but not the way that he does it. He loves me in every aspect of my life. He loves me and each of one of my siblings so differently. He has different dynamics, different relationships with each and every one of us, and just the tenderness that he holds for each and every one of us individually and as a group just continues to shock me. I mean, it's not a shock, but it always just amazes me the way that he handles situations, the way that he raises us is with love, the way that he works is with love, the way that he loves me from a distance, with the texts he sends me, the notes he leaves me, and the way he loves me when I'm with him. I mean, he just soaks up every moment he has with us, and just seeing someone love us that way is just a great way to grow up, and the love that he spreads to those around him affects them for a long time. And I think he just has very special talent in the way that he cares about people, and it's always something that I've looked up to.
The first thing that comes to mind is so handsome, but you are dependable, you're funny, you're kind, you're thoughtful.
I settled on go-getter. I think that's one word. I think it's got a hyphen in it. So if it's two, sue me. But go-getter, yo. This dude, like, we would be on tour, super late show, go to the hotel, we crash out, we're sleeping, it's the morning, we're sleeping in, and this dude is getting up and going to the car and making phone calls to book shows and, you know, radio appearances and in stores and writing songs and like all types, like stuff that it would take me all day to do. He would come back in and wake us up, and he's already accomplished a full day's worth of work. And we weren't even out of bed yet. So, you know, that's translated even beyond music. I mean, dude is just always hustling to make sure that he takes care of his family and show me in real life what it looks like to put your family first and to make sure that your priority is always to take care of the fam. I've learned a lot about that just from being homies with Gregory Scott.
Rare. He, at every turn in my life, has given of himself, his time, his energy, and his patience to serve me and the people around me. And every time I talk about my dad, I know how lucky I am and how rare it is to have a dad that I admire so much and that I want to be so much more like. And I know that it's special.
Infectious. I don't know if it's your infectious smile or your personality or the big personality that you have, but I love it. It's always made me feel warm and welcome, even from the jump, even before I was in Deep Space 5. So
he means a lot because we were going to go into a joint venture on some NFTs and Bitcoin and invest in like doing weaves for women, and it was using like chimpanzee hair.
Thinking about one word that describes Greg, I could only come up with three. It's the best I could do. One is I've always thought of him as very kind and loving, very much like his father, and also very creative. It's one of the things I've most enjoyed about him, and we have, is that he's so creative.
You have been impactful. You have been intentional. I have always appreciated your fortitude and your optimism.
If I think of a word to describe you, bro, it's not a great word, but dedicated. Dedicated. And I see this primarily in your dedication to your family through a lot of ups and downs. Just from a distance, I've observed that, man, you care for your kids, you know, and just the father you've been to them. But then you've also been really dedicated to the Deep Space 5 family. And you've treated us like a family. And the way that you held on to us and you bring us together and you bond us and you have us honor each other's birthdays and that you're there to bring us together when one of us is in trouble. Man, I just appreciate that. That's difficult because I don't even know how. I don't have those gifts, bro, but your dedication to both your your real family and your DS5 family is also inspiring. Manchild, the artist, and artists, and MCs, MC, your love for the craft of MCing, and your dedication to it, and your, just your study. It's inspiring, bro. An artist for sure. And then as a leader, man, I don't know that D Space 5 as a crew would have done anything maybe past that first EP if Manchild wasn't at the helm, directing, leading, guiding, setting up stuff, etc. So thank you so much for that, because it's been so important into my life.
You mean a lot to me, and I just think that as you get older, you realize how few people in the world possess all those great qualities that you do, and you are a gift to everybody that knows you.
But she wanted to know what our favorite trait was. For me, you have your mom's personality. Your mom never met a stranger, and I've always felt like you have that too. You could talk to anybody, and we love that so much about you, and I love it because you are so much like your mom in that way.
One of my favorite memories about Dad is when we used to go to hockey games when I was a kid, and it was like our one-on-one time, and he would always buy me the overpriced nachos so that I wouldn't see the fights on the ice.
I do remember some funny stories with your dad. He was really, really good at breaking and entering. I remember one time we went to the zoo and we were hanging out with all the animals. We ate all the food at the concession stand. It was great. But
there are thousands of memories to share. I think about the Tostino's pizzas from the grocery store, all the trips to Orlando and Nashville and the other places we got to visit together. I think about the fourth greatest CD player in the world. I think about that time that I tried to underhand softball pitch my keys from the pool deck back to you in the breezeway at the apartment complex, and they landed on the roof. And then I remember, Gregory, get us started. I remember all those things, but my favorite memories are from us working together at Under the Couch in Atlanta at the Georgia Tech studios. And we've had a lot of fun recording and creative moments, but those were just like, a great time in our lives where we were most enthusiastic, most in love with what we were doing, and just being together and eating pizza and staying up all night and just being friends. And so very special memories.
Probably one of our significant memories would be how he and I like to go back and forth about the Syracuse games. And because of Gregory and Greg, we always have fun trading whenever Syracuse is playing, especially if they're playing North Carolina.
There's so many. We have been in the trenches many times, but I think it's probably an easy one to pick is when we were on tour and we were in Detroit and the power went out on the entire East Coast of the country. And we stayed up all night playing poker in the hotel lobby with nothing but candles lit everywhere. It was really fun. I think that he took all my money, but it was so worth it. It's really fun. That's it. Yeah, I killed that. Yeah, happy birthday, dude. Like, I hope it's your best one yet. Welcome to 50. I hope it's amazing for you. I hope it's an amazing day. I hope you feel all the love and all the good things that you've done for us. I hope that bounces back to you today and you feel that. Let me know what it's like to be 50. I got about 15 years before I get there, but keep me posted what it's like. Yeah, and have a blessed one, bro. I love you, dude. Happy birthday.
One of my favorite memories with my dad was when he took me and Libby to see one of his concerts and he let us just follow him around the venue that they were working at and helped him sell CDs and sell t-shirts, and he wasn't ever afraid to show us off and bring us around and have a bunch of little kids running around, and that's always a really special memory for me.
And I remember vividly a story about raw material that helped define sort of the way I think about being faithful with opportunities. I tell my children this, I tell the people this, but I learned faithfulness in such a real way with that record because you would send that record everywhere. And I remember being the kind of person I am. I remember thinking, what a waste of time. And that cost $5. That CD is not free, but you sent it, and specifically you sent it to Fat Beats in New York, and you told me. I was like, oh, cool. That give them something to put their coffee on, or, it'll get in a stack and no one will ever see it again, And I just remember you coming and telling me that they called you and said that they wanted to distribute that. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I can't believe that simple act of faithfulness got us this opportunity. Big moment in my life, not because we were picked up by a really cool distribution company, but just to see that God will take something as simple as mailing a package like that and open up the doors so wide. Great moment for me to learn from you. And you continue to do it. Every city we stopped in, you would call the people in the city, the stations, and you just always had that drive, and that's something I never had. And I'm convinced had I not met you at that time, I'd probably been a producer that existed only in his mind or in his room. And I'm forever grateful for our time we spent on the road together and how much love and bond we shared through music and through our faith. And I'm glad to know you.
G Money, I've loved you since the minute I knew how much you loved my sister. I am so thankful that you are part of our family, and I think that you are an amazing dude.
The way you make every situation you're in better. You know how to make the person in the room that needs to feel special, or feel loved, or you make every situation that you come into better because you make sure everyone in it is okay. And you are such a good friend, such a good friend. And I admire you so much, and I learn so much about all of the relationships that you have and maintain in your life. And it's incredible.
Favorite memory or trait, I would say your generosity. Just the way you lean in to make people feel special. I know, one memory is when we were at doing rap camp for Deep Space 5 for one of the releases. You made sure that we all got sneakers and that we went to dinner and we did different things that just kind of set us apart and made the trip special, even though we were just getting together to record a record. You didn't have to do all those things, but you did anyway, and you coordinated those and made sure that we all felt special, like we were part of something big. So I thought that was cool. And then even though we don't even get to see each other often or whatever, we still stay connected, and you make sure we have birthday presents. And, this is a birthday for you.
Greg Owens. Greg's lovely. It's just lovely. Down to earth, humble, all around person.
My favorite memory with Dad is Probably whenever we were in North Carolina for one of his shows, and we stayed in a hotel room together, and we shared an ice cream sandwich. And then on the day of his show, I sat in backstage with a dinosaur shirt on, and I had these big headphones on, and it was awesome.
My favorite memory with Dad, my favorite memories are just always the experiences that we get to do together. So the father-daughter dances are always great memories for me. He would come to the front door with flowers, and he would act like he was picking me up for a date, and we would always get Dairy Queen after. Those were always really special and monumental times in my life, just kind of getting to have this strong male role model in my life. And then within the past few years, just his support at all my volleyball games are always great memories. He's always the first one to congratulate me after a win and the first one to console me after a loss. And he just sees how passionate and how much I love the sport, and he translates that right back to me. We have had so many fun traveling experiences, going to different states for club tournaments, and those are always just the best times with him.
Every show, every recording session, we appreciate your leadership, your brotherhood, and your fatherhood. To his kids, I want to say you were always the first thing that he talked about. So his fatherhood was first and foremost. He's deeply proud of each one of you.
I think my favorite memory with him is Thirsty Thursday. Just because I love being able to spend that time with him, and he just made every day so special that we were able to be with him once a week, and it was just such a great way for us to bond and, share an experience together.
My favorite memory of you is probably when you called to ask me if I'd be in Deep Space 5. Of course, how am I ever going to forget that? It set a trajectory that kind of changed things for me. I remember getting the call, and I remember you being like, but bro, it's only you. It's not your partner, Blake. It's all good, bro. But also just my memories of again, I know I already said it, but like the way you've taken time, especially since COVID, to keep the relationships in the crew up, as a whole, to bind us together, man. Very much appreciate it.
One of my favorite memories with Dad is going to see the Avett Brothers in concert. That's something we really bonded over. We've both been big fans of theirs for a really long time, and we finally got to go see them in concert together in 2016. And I still remember what song I cried to, and I still remember what song he cried to, but I won't tell his secret.
Well, I moved into this room, if you could call it that, a week ago. I never do what I'm supposed to do, hardly even know my name anymore. No one calls it out, kind of vanishes away. And I can't get to sleep at night, the parking lot's so loud and bright. The AC hasn't worked in 20 years, probably never made a single person cold. But I can't say the same for me, I've done it many times. Somebody take me home through.
Happy 50th, Dad. We love you so much. We hope you feel so celebrated. I'm so lucky to have you as my dad. Mwah.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday, Greg.
Have a great day. We love you.
Love you. See you soon, I hope. Okay? Bye.
Happy birthday! It's Syntax and Terrific. What a surprise! I hope you have a great day and a great week, and all the blessings that I could wish you.
Overall, I'm just glad to have him in my life. Reaching 50 years old is a milestone. I'm almost there myself. But God bless Greg. Love you, man.
Dad, I love you so much. I can't believe old Gramps is turning 50. I wish I could be there to give you a big hug and kiss, but for now, I love you, and I wish I could be there. Have the best day.
Happy 50th birthday, buddy, and welcome to the 50s. It's not so bad. Anyway, I hope you have a great party. Peace.
Happy birthday, Dad. I love you so much.
So I just want to wish you the best birthday ever. Number 50. You kind of catching up a little bit. 50, bro. Happy 50th birthday. May you have 50 more blessed and in Christ. Love you, bro. Peace.
Happy 50th birthday, Dad. I love you so much, and I hope you have the best birthday.
My brother, happy 50th, and welcome to the club. Peace.
On behalf of all the Watsons, right? Me, Shannon, Ashton, and Andrian, happy birthday, happy 50th. Hope you live 50 more. I know we're gonna continue to get these grays and work it out, but I love you dearly, brother, and appreciate all you've done for me, not only for my career, but just in my life as a brother. Love you.
Happy 50th birthday.
I hope you have an amazing 50th birthday. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see you soon.
I love you, Dad. Happy 50th birthday.
Happy 50th birthday. I can't believe it. What an incredible thing to celebrate. I can't wait to celebrate 50 more, or if we stick to our agreement, you have 60 more years. I love you so much. Happy birthday.
Happy 50th birthday, Dad. I love you so much. I hope this year holds so many good things for you. Being able to see you develop throughout the 40s has been great. You've gone through so many different things and accomplished so many different things. And I know that the next 50, 60 years for you, till you're 110, are going to be great. And I hope your 50th year is just the best ever. And I love you. Happy birthday. Mwah.
We love you, and we hope you have a wonderful birthday. You've impacted so many people in such a positive way, and we will always treasure that you're part of us. So have a good one.
Happy 50th birthday, Greg. We love you.
Bye.
We wish you a happy birthday, Greg. We love you so much, and we wish we could be there to give you a hug, but this is the next best thing, so we're going to give you a big hug right here on the video. And we love you, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday, darling.
Bye-bye.
Bye.